consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. We are pretty close to reaching 30,000 subscribers, so let's try and reach that goal by the end of this month. So I've been working on some new bases recently and I came across this. I quite like it and I wanted to show you guys what I've done so far. This is a floating cliffside base. You can do this practically anywhere. Sadly, I picked one of the worst places to do this because it's in the desert and the structural integrity of the ground is just awful. Made a bit of a mistake when I made it here, I'm not gonna lie. But this is the base so far. So if we go down underneath, you can see this base is entirely floating. There is no support holding this thing up that the zombies will target. I will show you how I've done this as well. So if you want to try and copy something similar, it's not too complicated. Again, I will have this base downloadable on my Discord. So if you want to download this base for yourself and try it out and do some changes, you're more than welcome to. There's a special channel on my Discord called Download Bases. You can download the zip file there, put it in your world, and yeah, you're good to go. There will also be a link down below teaching you exactly how to do that. It's very simple. So what's actually holding this base up and how is it floating? I often get this question, and I know for people like me who've played this game for a very long time, we kind of know already what's actually happening here. And basically I've used plates. It's as simple as that. Plates work just as well for holding things up. I can show you guys. All you have to do is take any block. I've used concrete for this whole base, by the way. And you go over to shape and you just type in plate, okay? And you pick that one, and I'll just quickly demonstrate something here for you guys as well. So let's say you want to build something, so you just pull it back to back, so you go up like that, you can fly up. Basically, that whole plate acts as a full block. So all you have to do now is go ahead and put it back to back, and basically that's what I've done. That's how it's holding each other up like that. You can see the structural integrity is just fine. You can probably stack that as well. So you could probably do something along the lines of doing it again. So you're pretty far away from the main support. Although I do think this method... Okay, this method should work fine for zombies. So let's just quickly see. I'm going to do this. And then we will spawn some zombies in and you'll see what actually happens with the zombies here. Come on, zombies. Okay, so... they do seem to detect that as a supporting structure, so that can be a bit of a problem. So this is not going to work. You can see it's a good idea to see though, but that's what I've done to support this base. And you can see the structural integrity isn't that bad. It's actually pretty decent for a floating base. Now, yes, you could do this going up, you could do this going down, you could do this wherever you like. It's still going to work the same. And I've tested this with a couple of zombies as well, and it works just fine. So what happens is, during Horde Night, or when the zombies come, they come and they see me standing over there. Then they try and do a little jump. Sometimes they manage to hang on this edge here, but then they fall down all the way to the very, very bottom, and then they're pretty much stuffed. Because then there's nothing for them to hit on that kind of holds this base up. They don't detect that as that's holding the base up. They don't detect that as holding the base up. However, what I can say is sometimes they get quite angry, and sometimes they'll hit on one of the two blocks around it, even especially when they're trying to go up the ramp here. I've noticed they try and hit on this one, but honestly, if they happen to break that, it's really not going to make a difference. They could break both those, it's still not going to make a difference. That doesn't help the entire base hold up. It's a whole lot of different plates all over the place that's holding this base up. I mean, you can see this whole wall here is full of plates. This whole wall here is full of plates, and so is this side. And I've just plated each little area. So it's going to be extremely hard for them to take this down. Let's just say that. So the way I've made to get into the base, you just go down this ladder over here. You go all the way to the bottom. And all you have to do is just jump across and you're good to go. You can shoot them from here. Or you can climb to the top and, you know, shoot the vultures and shoot them as they're folding in. They do sometimes do a loop, but not all the time. Because there's no direct path for you here. But I have made it so the zombies can come up and down, so they don't feel squashed and trapped down there. But if you really want to do that, and in fact I'll show you guys in this video, you could actually trap all the zombies down there and leave them down there if you really want to. And you don't have to do anything about it. But yeah, let me just quickly show you a few zombies. I'm going to put some ferals in. And you'll see exactly what they're going to do right now. Okay, so there's my character. We'll see what the zombies do. They try and do a little bit of jump. They do get stuck on there sometimes, but they just fall down eventually. When they get to the bottom, you can see that he decides that he wants to go back up. She decides she wants to go back up. These ones, yeah, okay, well, they're actually all going up this time. Okay, wasn't actually expecting that, to be honest. Last time they all hanged out over there. So you do have to kind of watch out, because if they do stack, they can get over there. So I think it's best that I make this higher, so then they can't stack and get over. Because if he manages to get on his head, it's going to be pretty bad. You can see it's working just fine. It will work better when Horde Night's happening, because these guys are having a bit of a problem to try and... You can see he just hit that wall over there. They do get a bit angry sometimes. So yeah, it's working pretty well. This little ledge, the reason why they're doing that is because that's a plate, right? So they detect that. And if they hit the bottom, so what? Let them do that. That doesn't help them at all. Okay, so now that we've seen the zombies move around, but there is a little bit of a change that I want to make. But this is why we do the testing in the videos, guys, so that we can do the changes. Right, but let me just quickly do this. I do suggest, if you're going to build this, make sure you've got some access to the structural integrity, because this here, I don't know. It's quite risky. This thing can fall pretty easily, so you've got to be really careful with what you put on here. You can see, but so far, it seems like the structural integrity is okay. There you go. As long as it holds up, it's going to be fine. So that's just a simple change that I want to make, so they don't stack over. Yeah, that should be perfect. Yeah, you could live in this base as well if you want to, but right now this is just what it is for now. I don't want to put too much on this base and it falls down. You have to also be careful, because they do hit on this, and you just got to give it a repair. But I think we're going to jump onto Horde Night now and just give it a test and see what actually happens with it. Okay, Horde Night's about to start, and we're going to see how well it works for Horde Night. I just got to be a little bit careful. I don't want them to stack. There's actually a vulture up there. Come on. My aim is really bad in this game. Okay, there you go. Dead. Okay, here we go. Our first victims. The one thing I am worried about, though, would be... I would say the cop zombies would be a really big problem here. Because they're going to cause a big problem with all the damage. They're going to be vomiting and all whatnot. It's going to be really bad. And what I can actually do here is throw a Molotov. That should catch him, right? Yeah, here you go. That catches him. Sorry about my zombie count, guys. There's something wrong with my game. I don't know why my zombie count's so low. It's definitely broken. I see they're jumping in that hole as well. What are you guys doing? Doesn't matter. Let them do that. Doesn't actually help them in any way. Come on, is this all you got, zombies? I ain't scared of you. So now I'm curious now. If I go down, because there are a few of them down. If I stand here, I think if I stand here, it'll be better. They're hitting on that pillar over there. She's hitting on the wall there. Go for it. It doesn't help you, friends. You could put electric fencing down there as well. That also helps. I'm hearing some zombies here. Throw a Molotov there. I do hear them hitting on things. Can you get across there? No, you can't. No, you can't. I see they're coming down the... Oh, wow, you actually jumped that. Sneaky zombie. I think it's safer to be up, honestly. But yes, let them hit and break as many things as they want. It ain't gonna help them. Hi. Burn. I think that we are in need of more zombies. What do you guys think, right? I think we're in need of more zombies. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so just so we can test this out properly, I'm gonna spawn in a bunch of more zombies here quickly. And see what actually happens with a large amount of zombies. Okay. Let's give this a proper test. The jumping, right? So the jumping that they're doing, I think I might want to come back to this base. And all that jumping that they're doing, I think if I put an electric fence between that, that's going to make it, like, extremely difficult for them. So as they jump, they get electrocuted. So it might be not so... That's bad, right? So that's pretty bad if they stack like that. Well, it's technically working, and that zombie's actually not hitting on anything, so that's a good thing. Come on, zombies. Yeah, they're trying to hit down for some reason. Yeah, so this is working out great so far. Quite happy with it. So, if you guys did not know, traps actually stop zombies from getting all aggro. So, when a zombie jumps like this and then it falls, it goes into like a rage mode. That there causes them to do things like that, hits on the sides, right? You can see that it just makes it pretty hard for less damage, and they do things like this one, which isn't a huge deal, like I mentioned. But if you put, let's say, electric fences down here, or even dart guns, it should stop them from doing that, at least in theory. I like how the coyote's just getting involved. Kill the zombies! Coyote, kill them! This zombie! Hey, you're not supposed to be getting on there. So this is working out great, guys. I'm pretty happy with this so far. There's a few issues, I would say. Hang on a second, let me try and get my character back. I think them hitting on the sides here, eventually they're gonna get in here. But I think a good electric fence would work really well in a base like this. Hang on a second. Molotov required. And I like the fact that you can throw a Molotov here. And it gets them on the other side, so it's like perfect. It's a lot of zombies. So, out of curiosity, guys, I'm gonna put some... Hang on a second. Let's see if we can put some cop zombies, because that is probably one of the best tests. If we can get some cop zombies in. See how much damage they will do. Come on. Because those guys are always a big problem. See? But the nicest thing is that these bars, it goes straight through them, which is a good thing because it doesn't do damage. So I didn't think about them on fire. Once again. Yeah, I'm very happy with this. I've actually just thought of a new idea for a base as well. Now that this is happening. Come on. Burn! Did it get them? No, it didn't get those guys. I could definitely see areas to improve though, for sure. Okay, so that is the base. Wanted to show you guys the early version of it. I think I'm going to make a version 2, actually. I think electric fence from maybe this pole here to... I'm trying to think of it now. How I can probably do it. Maybe electric fence from there to there. I could probably do it now quick and see if it makes a difference. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so this is just a quick test to see. I know it's not on all 4 sides, but this should make a big difference. I want to just quickly spawn some more zombies and see. I mean, this should make quite a big difference. You can see as they jump, they should not get stuck again, but we'll see. Try and make a jump for it. There you go, there you go. Okay, so they do still get stuck like it. But at least now you can give them a good shot in the face. So yeah, that made quite a bit of difference. I need to spend more time with this, I think. I think I need to spend more time with this. Maybe on all 4 sides would be better. And at the very bottom as well, I'm thinking dart guns. So maybe dart guns from, maybe put them in there. And then facing that way. So as they fall, they get dart gunned. Which will be pretty cool. But yes, guys, I just wanted to show you this quick video of this base. What do you guys think of it? Do you guys like it? You're more than welcome to try it out. Download it on my Discord. And if you want to see a version 2, just let me know down below and we can jump onto it. So thank you for watching and check you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe.